episode is sponsored by May. Can you believe that we're in May and that we're close to being in June?
Isn't that crazy?
I am a little topsy-turvy, if you will.
Which means
What does topsy-turvy mean?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Today I'm using it in the sense of like I'm turned upside down
Okay,
because like what? It's already going to be June?
I agree.
Isn't that crazy? I will say excited because a lot of the birthdays are in the first half of the year.
Okay,
So
all right. Not mine.
I said a lot. I didn't say
You're
all.
right. But I
No,
just wanted to,
towards
in case anyone forgot.
once we hit October, November, December, then we hit the rest of the birthdays. Sorry if anybody has a birthday in August. Well, people do. My brother is born in August. My nephew is born in September. The birthdays actually never end, but there's just a high concentration of
Okay.
birthdays in the first
Okay.
part of the year.
Fair.
Anyways, welcome to Me and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Adrian and Julie here. Julie. Ooh, yeah.
I
Julie,
love
how are
that.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Look at us.
Okay.
We're doing great. Okay,
Should,
bye.
should we go home? JK, we're already home. We record from home.
Yes, we
Don't you
do.
worry. We were gone for a week, but we're back.
We
What
were
was
gone
going
for a
on with
week.
you? And during that week that we were not here,
Sickness.
you were sick.
I got sick. I got the sickness.
Okay, here's what I think we should do.
Okay.
I think we should tally how many times each of us gets sick in this calendar year.
Okay.
So I think that we are tied 1-1. Okay. Let's see where this goes.
Here's the thing. I
Okay.
wouldn't I would never say I would never say that I'm not a person that gets sick.
Okay. I didn't say that. I'm just saying we should tally and at the end of the year we should see who has more tally marks than the or actually not even to see who has more tally marks. We should just see how many tally marks each of us got.
Okay.
Does that
Okay.
work for you?
That
Does
works
that
for
work for the
me.
person you're texting as well? Do you want to do you want to
Sorry.
do you
People
want
are
to tell them?
asking
The people are asking, what are they
No,
asking?
people are asking if we're gonna run tomorrow. I'm trying to tell them that we're not running tomorrow. We're running on Saturday.
Interesting.
Sorry. Sorry.
Interesting.
Sorry. The 5K crew is ready to
The
go.
5K crew. Now, does the 5K crew have a date?
That's not mind your
Oh,
business.
okay. You know what? You know what? What happened to journalism? I don't know.
We don't have a date.
Okay,
We have a
but
tentative date, but it feels like it's too
you know
soon.
what? The way Southern California has 5Ks, you can find one every weekend.
I really want to do the Howlapalooza though, because that fucking name kills me. I want to do it so bad.
Okay. Well,
Howlapalooza, clever.
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Well, what did you say? Is the running crew running tomorrow?
We're running on Saturday. We can't run tomorrow. I have a date tomorrow, so we have to run on Saturday.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into it. Um, okay. There's no time to waste here. Julie, hit it. Who are you going out with?
Did I talk to you guys about the girl?
Yes.
Okay, we went on a date
Yes,
already.
we talked about that. Yes.
We're
This is
we're
date
now
number
dose.
2. Okay.
We were supposed to go to on a second date this past weekend, but then let's recall I was sick,
You were
so we
sick.
couldn't. I
Uh-huh.
was gonna rally, but then I was like, well, I don't want to get her sick. That would suck. So
Please don't. If message to the people, if you are at home and you're sick, stay
stay
home.
home.
The rest of
Yes.
us, we don't want your nasty germs, okay?
No, no one wants them.
Nobody.
No.
Stay away from me. Go infect somebody
Specifically.
out. I
Yeah.
don't like to get sick.
Yeah.
This is a warning. If we know each other personally, if you feel ill and we're going somewhere together,
Yeah.
don't go.
Right. Right.
Don't go. Stay home.
Don't do it. Stay home.
I'm gonna interrupt. I'm sorry, Julie, but
No.
when the passion is running through me,
You have to speak your mind.
like the passion of the Christ was running through Mel Gibson, I have to
Yeah.
share. I have FOMO. Do you get FOMO?
All the time.
Okay, and how does it manifest in yourself? And how does it manifest in you? And when's the last time you had FOMO?
Oh, when's the last time I had FOMO? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I do experience it often. I don't even think it's anything in reality. It's like, oh, I wish not that I was at Coachella. I specifically wish I had like a influencer experience at Coachella. A good, air conditioned, calm, chill. You know what I mean? Like it's like things like that where like I'll see it online and I'll be like, oh, that looks like so much fun.
Hmm.
FOMO in terms of other things, I mean, I don't really. I cancel plans all the time. Like, if I miss it, I miss it. I don't know
Uh-huh.
what to tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's relax.
Well,
The
I was
judgment was there.
I was agreeing with what you were saying.
Hmm.
I rid myself of FOMO a couple years ago, and it was the best
Mm.
decision I've ever made in my entire life.
Hmm.
I feel at peace. I feel free. I'm like a bird. I always fly away.
I was drinking water, so I almost spit it out. Okay, I love that.
Anyways, I just couldn't. I just think if you deal with FOMO in that kind of way where it like
Mm.
really gets to you, let's chat about this. Call me
Okay.
and
Yeah.
let's really work on
Unpack.
let's unpack it and let's rid
Mm.
you of that. Let's rid
Hmm.
you of the weight that you have on your shoulders.
Right, right, right.
Couldn't be me. I'm so
Could
sorry.
not.
I
I love it.
so
No,
rudely interrupted you. I'm so sorry.
no.
Please continue.
Absolutely. You have to speak your mind.
Thank you. Do we
Yeah.
know? Have you shared this person's name? Are you going to share this person's name? Can we refer to them as a name, or do you not want to? No pressure. Absolutely not. I'm just curious.
I don't want to share her name yet.
Perfect. Totally fine.
Great.
Okay. I just
Lovely.
continue.
Lovely. She is great.
Okay.
Um, she seems great.
Yeah.
Uh, did I talk about how sometimes did I talked about the date, right? The first date?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I touched on this, but sometimes it's like you go on a date with a girl and you're like, that seemed great. Are we best friends or are we gonna date? You know what I mean? Like which one is it? Like I still because I don't get to date women often because bisexuality is frowned upon by the LGBTQ community. And that's
Not.
something we need
We're
to look
moving.
inward about.
We're moving in a different direction. I wouldn't cast that judgment on all.
Not at all, but I do think it's still prevalent.
Okay.
Let's talk to the lesbian at work that I talk to about this
And
often.
what do they say?
Biphobia is real and she has it.
And but for what reason?
Um, She feels like bisexuals are not serious about having relationships with women. She would never date a bisexual woman ever. I think
Interesting.
she thinks they're only there to play games. She says that I am the first bisexual that has said something to the effect of I could see myself having a relationship with either. She says usually when she meets a bisexual, they're very much leaning towards one or the other, and it's usually a man. Like they would rather be with a man.
Wait, this person said that they could see them being in a relationship with you?
No, no, no. They said they
Oh.
could never see themselves being in a
Oh.
relationship with a bisexual.
But then you said something about you're the first person that what?
That they've met that where I'm the first bisexual that to them has said me,
Oh,
the
I see.
bisexual, could see
Hmm.
myself being in a relationship with either.
I see. See, this is how rumors start at work. I had both of you dating and married in living together.
Let's be on
I'm
standby
so
because I have a
sorry.
lot of things about rumors at work.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's been a doozy of a week.
Okay.
But
So
yes,
you're going on this date with this woman. It's a second date. And do you know how this person feels about bisexuality?
we discussed bisexuality. They're a fan.
Okay.
They don't seem
Great.
bothered by it.
I like them already.
I
And
agree.
what's going to happen on this date? Where are you going? Is it an activity? Is it a dinner? Is it a movie?
It is, we are still planning it. Here's the thing,
Okay.
unfortunately, it was like, let's do something Friday, then I moved it to Saturday, then I'm gonna have to move it back to Friday. Because here's the thing, it was for Sophia. I was like, let's do something Saturday. First, I was like, what does your Friday look like? Then we were kind of talking about Friday. Then I was like, well, no, maybe we could do something during the daytime, more casual date, maybe a little bit longer of a date, right? So let's
Mm-hmm.
do something Saturday because we were both free during the daytime on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Then Sophia comes over yesterday and she's like, "Can we hang out on Saturday?" And I can't say no to my niece.
Mm-hmm.
Not for another person, I can't. And so
Mm-hmm.
I said, yes. So now
Mm-hmm.
I have to chat with her and we're gonna do something on Friday. I know I'm very annoying, and I hope she sticks with me through it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking she mentioned Long Beach, so I'm trying to find like a cute spot in Long Beach that we could go to. She picked the place of the first one, so I feel like it's only right to pick the place of the second one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did want to do like an activity, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
What kind of activity were you thinking?
Well, there is this new exhibit at the Broad. How do you
Mm-hmm.
pronounce that?
The Broad,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah.
Broad. I was gonna say Broad.
No,
I
the
was, and
Broad.
I still want to.
The
Um,
Broad.
there's a new exhibit at the Broad, and I kind of want to go and see. I wanted to go and see that, but I don't know. We'll have to see. And that's not in Long Beach, so
Well, how about the, where does this person live?
Pasadena.
Okay, right. I think meeting in downtown is wonderful. You could
Yeah.
go to the Broad and then you can go to the Arts District. You can walk around the Arts District. If you wanted to go to another museum, you can go to Mocha in the Arts District.
Mm,
And it's in between the Arts District and Little Tokyo. So you can walk through the Little Tokyo Mall. Um, or you could go and then walk down to the Arts District. You could go get ice cream. You could go to the brewery. You could go have a drink. You could do dinner.
hmm.
Let me set it up for you.
Absolutely. That sounds like a blast.
I don't do this very well, but if you are looking for ideas on dates, let me know. I'll set something up for you. I'm not
I
going to make
asked
reservations.
around.
I'm not going to make reservations, but I'll tell you what you can do.
I did poll the workplace about this.
Uh-huh.
I
But
didn't
those are
get
the
great.
wrong people to
I did
pull.
not great. I
First
mean,
of all,
granted,
I know the people you work with, not personally, but from what you tell me, and I don't know, sweetie. It's
no, but
really not
I did
giving.
get. I got one really good. They told me. Oh, I already forgot it. The something about the Huntington Park Garden that looked gorgeous.
The Huntington
Yeah,
Library. Yeah.
library. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
And they Googled it in front of me, and I saw it, and it looked really cute. And I feel like that would be a great date idea.
It is.
Um,
It is in Pasadena though, so I say let's save that for a little bit later where you are traveling to them.
right, but also she traveled to me,
Oh, you
so
made her travel last time?
well,
For
I didn't
you
make
all the
her
way?
travel. She's
Oh.
no, we met in Downey,
Oh.
but I was coming from work, so I kind of cheated. I wasn't that far from Downey. Um, so I wouldn't mind going to Pasadena for somebody.
Okay.
She seems nice enough.
Great. Go to the
Yeah.
Huntington. It's beautiful.
We'll see. I still need to chit chat with her and see what she's feeling.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe talk to my niece and see how what's she thinking? What's the hangout gonna be? Do you want me to take you home after? Like, what's it looking like? So I really have an idea of what my days can look like. But yeah, second date incoming.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm
Second
so
date, that's
happy for you. It
crazy.
kind of is crazy, but good for you. I'm
Yeah,
sending you all the most magical, wonderful vibes.
thank you so much. We're
Yeah.
gonna give it our all. We're gonna
Yeah.
try our best.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Woo! Okay, next story. Tell us, Julie.
So excited. Guys, work has been wild. Work has been so crazy. I do have a trigger warning, a
Uh-oh.
kind of intense story. It, there was a murder. Hear me out. Hear- Okay, so today I went up to my boss and I was like, I like looked at her in the face and I was like, I am being dramatic when I say this, but I also kind of mean it. And she was like, okay. And I was like, there's been a tragedy. And then she's like, okay. I'm like, something has been murdered.
Ay, Dios mío. Oh my God.
So this morning, the work bestie comes and gets me, and she's like, "Come with me." And I'm like, "You don't have to tell me twice." I said, "Where are we going?" So I get up and we're walking. She says she told me where we were going before I got up. That's a lie. I would have
Mm-hmm.
thought twice before standing up. And
Mm-hmm.
we're going down the stairs, and she's like, "We're gonna go see where the coyote came in from."
Mm. Mm.
Coyote?
Mm-hmm.
We're in an industrial area.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "A coyote got into the area, the
Mm-hmm.
gated area, our parking lot." And I said, "What do you mean got in?" It's
Mm-hmm.
like, "It was here this morning." I
Mm.
said, "Here where?" So we're walking. She scares me twice.
Mm-hmm.
Jail. Then we get to the area where the coyote was seen. Mind you,
Mm-hmm.
side note, I have since seen a screenshot of what this coyote looked like. A German Shepherd of a dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a mama, because her boobies were hanging.
Okay. Okay.
A feral mama. Let me
Mm.
get to it.
Oh.
I hate to tell you, guys, prepare yourselves. Let's go back 3 days ago. Security found kittens
The
in the back. There was
kids.
like three of them.
Uh-huh.
There was pictures. They showed it. Our IT guy was taking care of them,
Oh
leaving them food and
no.
water.
Mm.
Let's remember that
Why is
today.
the IT guy taking care of the kittens?
I don't know. He likes kittens. I don't know.
Interesting.
Then the work bestie, let's hold that.
Okay.
Now today, work bestie is like, come on, let's go look for the coyote. We're walking, we're walking. I'm walking like this. Someone go on YouTube. Someone go on YouTube. I'm walking like this, and like like around every corner, any noise, I'm like, it's there. We're walking, we're walking. She goes, stop. I was like, what? What? And she goes, no. And you know the instinct of like when someone's like, don't look, and you're like, well, now I want
Ugh.
to.
Mm. When someone says don't look, don't look.
It was
That's
a
the
paw.
FOMO. The
And
kittens.
3 steps away, a
Oh.
tail.
Oh no.
A paw and a tail.
Mm.
We walk away. I'm traumatized. I walk away. I'm in shock. I'm walking around like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We walk away. She's still trying to. Oh my God! I'm telling you, this woman. Watch Superstore. This is Dina. Literally, Dina. I'm walking around with Dina,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "We're gonna find where this. I don't know. We're gonna find it. Where did this
Mm-hmm.
coyote get in?" We're looking. We're looking. We're looking. We come back because she's like, "I feel like it. I mean, this is where the feasting happened. So it had to be in this area." I Her words. Her words.
Uh-huh.
We come back. A forklift has run over the paw.
Double homicide. Oh my gosh. Wow.
We run inside. Run is crazy. We walked inside. We walked back. I immediately go look for my boss and I said, "There's been a murder." And she literally she looks at me and she's like, and then I tell her and I was like, I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of not. There was a paw, and then she's like, "Come here," and she like gave me a hug, and she's like, "No one should have to see that." And I was like, she's like, "Should I go downstairs and hug the work bestie?" I was like, "Girl, she's fine." She was walling out. She's like, "We will find that coyote. Where is it?" She's not worried about it.
Oh
A
wow.
coyote. Then that's that story.
I just want to be clear. The coyote ate the kittens.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Then we had to go give a death notice
Oh,
to the IT guy.
oh no.
So we go over there, knock on his door. He comes out. We're standing out there like that, and he's like, "What are you troublemaker?" Everyone calls us troublemakers. We're not. And then he's
Mm.
like, "What are you troublemakers doing?" And we were like, "We come here bearing horrible news, Brian."
Oh,
And then he's like, "Okay, what happened?" And I said, "We hate to inform you, the kittens are no longer with us."
no.
A coyote got in the back and he said, "I brought a cage to trap them today."
Oh, Brian. Oh my gosh.
Tragedy.
Is Brian single?
No. And he's
Okay.
this older gentleman
Okay. I was
who's
just gonna
like,
say, do we need to do a welfare check?
no, 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 he's not single. But when the story got back to HR, she was like, not even to like report, just like because we were chismeando, and we're like, guess what the fuck happened? And she's like, I need to go talk to Brian, see if he's okay. I was like, you should go talk to him. So anyway, that was that story. Tragedy, tragedy, tragedy.
Mm,
Then I'm sitting at my desk. One of the
hmm.
shop floor guys comes upstairs because he has to have a chat with the HR lady, just like about random shit, like one on ones, because she's new and she's like trying to get to know everyone. And so
Mm,
he comes up there. Mind you, this man, I've just gotten to know him like 3 weeks ago, and suddenly we're besties, and he feels it's okay to traumatize me. And he's like, "Did you hear?" And I was like, "The coyote." And he goes, "No, the ghost." I said, "The
the
ghost?"
ghost.
About? And he said, "There's a ghost." And I said,
Wow.
"Marty?" And he said, "Who's Marty?" I said, "Marty's my ghost." I do have a ghost. I'll tell you about it in a minute. And he goes, "I'm talking about the shop floor ghost." I said, "Oh, there's multiple ghosts up in this bitch." So then I tell about Marty. Marty's a ghost that we found upstairs, right? Now I kind of feel like I'm carrying him with me at work, not at home. Nothing weird's happened at home, but like when I went downstairs twice, two different times, printer turned on behind the front desk twice for no reason. I was like standing there talking to Morena, and then the printer started turning on and like doing the back and forth of the printer. Then the other day, literally last week, I went into one of the manager's office to tell him something. There was chips on the table, chips fell.
No.
And then I was like, "Oh, that was weird. Could have been Marty. Marty, chill out." And we're like, keep talking to him. Then there's like a thing hanging on the wall, falls. Then the
I
manager the manager looks at me, he goes, "Bruja." And I was like,
no.
"It wasn't me. It was Marty." He doesn't like it when you yell at me. Yeah.
I
So that's my ghost.
I'm not surprised that the ghosts end up there, by the way.
I
Just
agree.
saying.
I agree. The energy is rough. Then apparently, our overnight security guard no longer wants to come to work.
Oh no.
She states that on the cameras, I told the work bestie to look at the camera. She refused. I think she's a scaredy cat. She says she's not, but I was like, why don't you want to look? She says that in the cameras, she constantly at 2 a.m. in the morning will see shadows working on the machines.
No. No. You're bringing an energy here that is not very welcome. And listen, and I love the afterlife, but like, what is happening right now?
And then she said that last time, okay, so our lights are motion, like in the shop floor, they're motion censored. So obviously, if
Uh-huh.
no one's down there, the lights are going to be off, which they are in the middle of the night. Then she said that around 2:30 or 3 o'clock, the lights were turning on in the shop floor. So she said, well, that's weird. So she went out there to go take a look what was going on. She was looking, and she heard someone say in her ear, "Bitch." Then the rumor went wild because then I went downstairs, 500 people had heard it. Then one of the other security guards was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And I was like, "The ghost." And he's like, "The severed head ghost." And I said, "What?"
Oh my God.
And he said, "There's a ghost that we've seen twice already that has no head." And
I
I
wonder
said,
how that
"What?"
happened.
I said, "What do you think that's about?"
Mm.
And he said, no, we saw it twice. Once was a couple years ago, and the other time was like about a couple months ago. And I said, that's wild. And then I peed myself a little bit because I got scared. Um, uh-huh.
I don't want to alarm you,
Stop!
but I don't know why that bag behind you is
Stop!
moving.
Stop being me.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, me looking at every corner of my room right now.
I'm
Isn't
kidding.
that crazy though?
It's crazy. Well,
Do you believe in ghosts?
the kittens.
The
Yeah. I
kittens.
believe in spirits for sure. 100%.
I believe in spirits too. I don't know if I believe on severed head spirits.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that either, but I believe that people who have passed on are
Stick around.
around. Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that I believe the shadows. I believe that you could probably see shadows moving around in a space that
Mm-hmm.
maybe don't have like a full form of a body, but like kind of look
Mm-hmm.
like. I feel like that's the most truthful. But this lady is she does not want to come to work anymore. She is so petrified.
I don't blame her. I mean, she's there by herself, right?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
And coyotes? Oh my God. No.
No, no,
No.
no,
I'm not doing
no,
it.
ma'am.
Crazy things
Are they
happen
making
in
her
real life.
go in?
Well, yeah.
Do we need to protest?
I mean, making her is crazy. I mean, she just has to go in. And mind you, this woman has not actually reported any of this. She's just telling other employees about it. She's just freaking out people about it. That's all she's doing. She told a bunch of people, and then I went downstairs, and literally today, everybody knew that there's ghosts in the building.
I love the culture at your job because it doesn't really seem like anybody does anything. TBH.
Okay, let me tell you something. They do so much.
Okay, well, I don't
They
know.
do so much. If you guys really knew the kind of stuff we did, you'd be like, America's in danger. But we do, I mean, there's very intelligent,
America has a problem.
America has a problem. There's very intelligent people working where I work, very dedicated people working where I work, but there is a large amount of people that also like to fuck around, clearly.
Mhm. At any job.
At
At
any
any
job,
job.
at any job, but they're really taking these rumors wildin'.
If we can't laugh at work, then what is the point? You know?
And I have laughed so much today.
Mm. Hee hee ha ha.
Yeah. Insane.
Wow.
Insane. Yeah, so I mean, if you have ghost stories from your job, feel free to send them in. I would love to
Ooh,
hear
interesting.
them.
I've never felt a presence at work.
I've never felt a presence truly, but I do believe in Marty. I do think there is a ghost, and I do think he walks around with me. Like I really do, because weird shit happens when I go into spaces, and everyone's starting to be like, "Okay, bitch, you're bringing a spirit around. Like what the fuck?" And I think, you know what I think? I really do believe in energy.
Oh
I think
yeah.
it's because we gave it so much attention upstairs, and
Mm.
we talked about it, and we normalized it, and we named it. And now it's like, oh, I matter again.
You know who you should call?
Ghostbusters?
No.
Oh,
Teresa Caputo. I love her. We've
dude,
talked about this before.
I love Teresa.
Yeah.
Teresa, oh my God. Caputo, get on the line. We would
Get
love
somebody get Teresa on the line.
get the hairspray. She's coming in.
Love her.
Yeah, I think she's
Love her.
guys, I've said it before on this podcast. I may
What?
not believe in many things, but I believe in Teresa Caputo.
I believe in her too. Call me crazy. I don't
I
care.
genuinely
Yeah.
think if there is a medium that is real and that is for real, that name is Teresa
It's
Caputo.
yeah. I
I
agree.
believe in her. I've never wanted a reading more than to sit down and be like, tell me things,
You know which one
please.
pushed me over the edge?
Which one?
Drew Barrymore's hairdresser or makeup artist, whichever one it was. Yeah.
I
Mm.
watch that video
Yeah.
at least once a month
Yeah.
to feel something.
Yeah.
Yeah, to feel
I,
anything.
I I don't think that you can just like create that. Like
You can't. And you know what? I've said it on this podcast before. If she is a liar, if she is lying, I don't give a fuck.
Uh,
I don't care.
yeah,
I genuinely believe she is giving closure to people that desperately want it.
yeah.
I think what she's doing, I don't even believe in him. It's God's work. It
Let
is,
people
it's God's
let
work.
people have closure. Let people have closure.
And I think she does it in a beautiful way. I don't think she's exploitive. I don't think she drains out the grief. I think she does it in a very thoughtful and kind way. And really, the ones that get me the most is the ones where she also gets emotional given the reading. Because I'm like, oh, she's really going through it with this one.
Yeah,
Somebody take care of her.
yeah.
I love her.
Me too.
Oh, Teresa, come on the pod.
Teresa, Teresa. Does anybody
Dude,
does anybody who is listening know how to get in touch with Teresa Caputo? Caputo.
I want a reading from her so bad. If anyone ever wants to get me a birthday present, that's what I want. A
Who do you
reading, but
think
from,
who do you think would come through for you?
you know what I really, really want is my
Mm,
best friend from high school to come through.
yes, that's right.
I
Yes.
really, really would love closure with that. I was just talking to his sister because the other day I went on the drive-through at In and Out. Hear me out. I'm in the drive-through at In and Out. The teenager taking my order, I swear to God, was the reincarnation of
Mm.
Julian. He looked just like him. So much so that I almost took a picture of him because I was like, this kid is Julian. He's
Uh-huh.
Julian. His face, his energy, he was quite like there was something about him. And I know he thought I was a fucking creep for staring at him
Mm-hmm.
so weirdly. And I
Mm-hmm.
almost told him, I'm so sorry I'm looking at you weird, but you remind me of someone I used to know. But I didn't say anything. But and I was talking to his sister, and I was like, I wish there was a way to resolve all of these regrets that I have over my relationship with him and unanswered conversations that we never got to have and I love yous that we never got to say. I wish I could get closure from that.
Mm.
Even if she lies to me, I don't give a fuck. Just tell me that he forgives me for being a dumbass.
We got to go to a show. We got to go find her.
We have to find
We have to go find her.
Guys, if guys, if you guys want to ever get us anything, get us tickets to a Teresa Caputo show. I will travel for her.
Yeah.
I will travel for
She
her.
does her own show. Like she
She
tours.
does. She does
Yes.
tour.
Ju- Where is
Guys,
she? I'm looking it
guys.
up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Teresa with an H? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
first thing that came up. She's the most
I would
famous Teresa on my
love
laptop.
100%. I love her.
Live events. Oh my God. Give me, I will give her all my money.
I would literally give her all of my money. Just take
Okay.
it.
Oh, she's on tour now.
Look
Okay.
at that.
Let's see. But where is she? Hold on. I don't need these pop-up ads. She's on the heavily on the East Coast. Is she
Okay.
coming over here? Are you coming over here, Teresa? September 18th, she's going to be in Thousand Oaks.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, we should try to go.
We
Oh
should
my God.
1000%
Oh
try to
my
go.
God. Oh my God, Teresa.
We have to go.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to look into this.
Let's look into
Who
it.
else wants to go? Raise your hand now. We can get a
Let's
whole together.
let's make a group let's make a group event of it. That would be so fun. I wonder how much a private reading would be from her.
I mean, probably pretty expensive.
What if I allow you guys to film it? You could put it on her TV show.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. We should have tried before resale. Okay. Listen, we're gonna look into this.
We're gonna look into
We're gonna
it
look into
because
it.
that sounds so fun.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh.
What a ride this
What a ride.
episode has been
Okay.
so far.
When you saw the kid in the drive-through, this reminded me of a thought that I had the other day.
Tell me.
Um, there are certain famous people who remind me of people in my life.
Mm.
But I think it's in the way that but like their physical attributions.
Okay.
Is attributions a right word? I'm not sure. Um, okay, Michelle Obama
Okay.
reminds me a lot of my cousin-in-law, who's been married to my cousin since I was a wee little baby.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin-in-law is not a black woman. She's a Latina woman. but they have the same mouth. And I've noticed this with a lot of people. People have similar mouths.
Okay.
And that reminds me of other people.
Okay.
Elizabeth Warren reminds me of my godmother.
So it's women in politics.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not exclusively. But
Interesting.
but people, have you ever noticed people's mouths?
Yes. But not in a they that reminds me of.
And I'm talking about like lips, teeth,
Right.
the
Right.
whole shebang.
The mouth.
The mouth.
Yeah.
Does anybody else ever notice
Right.
people's mouths and how they remind you of other people's mouths? Is it just me?
I
Might
would love
be.
to know.
If anybody out there, somebody validate me.
Please.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something weird happening.
Oh, I believe you.
People have similar mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways,
Okay.
do you have another story you want to tell?
That's pretty much it. I'm all caught
Okay.
up. Life has been crazy, very busy. I'm exhausted. I'm at 11,000 steps today.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
We're doing great on this new journey to 5K. And by great, I mean I haven't gotten to a great pace yet, but I am moving my body every single day.
And that honestly, that's what counts.
Yeah. So we are getting there slowly but surely.
Okay. Good. I'm
Look at
so happy
us.
for you.
Thank you. What do you got going on?
I'm not a whole lot. I was at a conference last week.
How was
Local
that?
was I
Oh,
didn't go far. I took okay, it was in downtown LA. I took the train all 3 days. Didn't drive my car for 3 days.
how was that?
I thought I was I
Sarah Jessica Parker
Sarah
and
Jessica Parker walking
Sex and
through
the
the streets
City.
of New York.
Wow.
Titties bouncing left and right.
Oh,
Have you seen that video? That is one of my favorite videos
I have not.
ever.
I'm
Wait,
not.
when she's like wearing the black and white dress and it's in slow motion and it like her tits bounce from left to right. I mean, it is sometimes I wish I were a woman just to feel the power that is. I think women who walk in heels are the most powerful people in the world.
I agree. I agree. You've never been more right about anything in your life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, I have to find that video for you. Um,
Please.
but yeah, it was incredible. I really loved it.
Arrived in a timely manner to places.
In no time.
Oh, I love that.
In no time. Yeah.
Easy to navigate.
E-
Because the streets are saying that the LA public transport system is not easy to navigate.
I mean, read a map. I don't know. Like open a
Okay.
book, you know?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not that complicated, sweetie. It's
Okay.
just people who don't really want to put their thinking cap on. And there's a lot of people like that nowadays, you know?
Yeah.
They don't want to put on their thinking cap.
Yeah.
And it's a
Yeah.
shame. It's a shame. No, listen, I got on the B line. I took it
Mm.
all the way down to 7th and Metro in downtown. I did one transfer. I went
A transfer.
uh-huh. I went upstairs to the A or E, whichever one. And then that train took me one stop to Pico.
Wow.
And that's where I got off to go to the Los Angeles Convention Center.
That sounds beautiful.
Only the first day when I was going
Hmm.
home, I did have some wine before I left, so I was feeling a little bit buzzed and I felt a
Hmm.
little bit too confident because when I had to go make the transfer to the B line, I got on the D line.
Oh, it was a whole thing.
It was fine. I just waited for the B line train again. It was okay.
Right.
I was able to figure it out very quickly.
Because you're so intelligent. And
It's
you
not that I,
do open books.
well, listen, I do think I'm intelligent.
Of
I
course.
do. However, I'm not the
Uh-huh.
most intelligent, and I can figure it out because I put my thinking cap on.
I love that. I love that.
I put my thinking cap on. Yes, I went to this conference and then um, over the weekend, I went to go see my family to celebrate my nephew's birthday and Mother's
Mm.
Day. My
Mm-hmm.
nephew, he turned 9 years old. Where has the time gone?
Yeah. Wow.
Where has the time gone? I was a wee little 30, 20, 25 year old when he was
Wow.
born
Yeah.
in 2016. I had just started working at this job. I had just
Mm-hmm.
moved to LA, and actually he was born right before. He was born May 12th and I started work June 13th.
Oh, wow.
And he is a shining light in our family.
Beautiful.
He is
He seems
so
like it.
he's going to be a movie star one day,
I
or
bet he
or
is.
um a um a singer, a pop
Ugh,
star. Let me tell you.
I love
That
it.
kid, he performed for us on Saturday at
I
his
saw.
birthday party. He
Yeah.
said, "We're gonna do." Well, I was trying to like. I'm like, what kind of music do you listen to? Because he was watching his YouTube videos, and like
Mm.
half of that shit I don't find funny. Um, Kids nowadays, ugh,
Don't you, I get
yeah,
it.
uh-huh.
I get it.
Anyway, so I was trying to like, I was like, how about we watch? You know what I wanted to do? I was like, do you want to watch Lady Gaga perform in Brazil for an hour and a half? He's like, no. But how about we listen to Die with a Smile? I was like, sold.
Kids love that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, he's full on performing it.
Yes, that's Sophia.
I mean, and of course I was like, you have to perform the Lady Gaga part. He was like, I got
Yeah.
you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He sang
Sophia
the
does the
whole
Lady Gaga dance.
he was doing he not as good, but he was doing the dance too.
Yeah.
And well, it took me a while to I was like, what is he doing? And then I was like, oh, he's doing the dance.
He's doing the
Um,
dance.
and he can sing. I'm not a good judge of singers.
Right. Okay.
If you ask me, are you on key? I'd be like, which key would you like? The top
Right.
lock or the bottom lock? Because I don't know how to
I
find
have
keys.
both. I have both.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
both. Um, but his parents put him in the church choir. They go to church. And
Mm.
so they're teaching him something, and he can sing. He can sing, and he
Wow.
loves to perform. And then guess what song he performed after that?
Tell me.
Um, why is it escaping me right now? The song by the Eurythmics, sweet. The Eurythmics song. What is it called? Sweet. Oh my God, everybody is yelling at it right, yelling it at the top of their lungs right now. I'm gonna just look it up really fast.
I don't
Sweet
know.
dreams.
Sweet
Sweet
dream.
dreams are made of this. He sang that song, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know
Wow.
that song?
Amazing. Let's put
Yeah,
Sophia and him in a room and make money.
they would hit it off. I'm not kidding. So
Let's
we
make
should
some
make that
money.
happen.
Yeah.
And then
Tell me.
he came back on Mother's Day. We had a Mother's
Mm-hmm.
Day brunch. He came back. What does
Mm-hmm.
he insist on us doing? Watching him perform again, the same two songs.
I
And
love
I
it.
said, absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely. My sister has told me in the past, she told me this a long time ago. She's like, he kind of reminds me of you. And I'm like, oh, Lord.
Yeah. No.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No.
But when I was his age, I
Hmm.
would sit my parents and my siblings down so they could watch me perform.
I love that
And I
so
would and I
much.
would direct my last perform. I believe it was my last. My memory is not the best, but I believe it was my last production was I directed my sister in a um in a rendition
Mm.
of Lucky by Britney Spears where we
Wow.
we created the music video.
Of course.
And
What a time to be alive.
what a time to be alive.
That
What a
sounds so
time to be
fun.
alive. Anyways, he's gonna be a little star, that one.
I love
if
it.
it's the last thing I do.
I love
Just kidding. Um,
I
but
love it.
we want him to have a normal childhood.
Right, 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 right.
We don't
But
want
if
to,
he can make money at the same time.
well, I'm banking this one, because I'm not going to have any kids, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
banking this one becomes a big pop star. The other one, because I had another nephew born just a couple months later in September, all
Mm.
same year. Um, the way kids, sorry, tangent, but the way kids talk to each other is so funny to me
I agree.
because I have two now 9 and one 8, but soon to be 9-year old nephews,
Mm-hmm.
best friends, you could say.
Oh, adorable.
Whenever we're getting together, they're like, "Where is the other one?" Because
Mm-hmm.
they just want to hang out with each other. And my brother, his name is Jose. I have
Mm-hmm.
never called him Jose in my entire life. We call him Junior.
Mm-hmm.
And but his name is Jose Refugio Casares Jr.
Okay.
My nephew is Jose Refugio Casares the third. My dad is the first.
Uh-huh.
I think they're crazy, but whatever. I'm just kidding. And I don't remember which name, if it's the Jose the Refugio or the Cucos, because we call my dad Cuco. I don't. I call
Mm.
him dad. But my
Mm-hmm.
brother, when I refer to my brother in English, I refer to him
Mm-hmm.
as Junior. When I refer to him in Spanish, I refer to him as Coquito, the
Mm.
smaller
Very
version
cute.
of Cuco.
Right?
When my brother's friends came over one day and they started calling him Jose, I was like, "Who the fuck is that? You're at the wrong house." My brother and I are 8 years apart, by the way, so I was much younger.
You're
I
like,
was like,
this
"Who
is
the
last
fuck is
week.
Jose? Jose? I've never met a Jose in my life." And my tia Pati, my mom's only sister, she calls my brother Pepe. One of the
Mm.
names in Mexico goes by Pepe. I forget which one. Don't ask me. But for some reason, my nephew, my sister's son, who just had the birthday, he started calling his cousin, my nephew, Pepe. And he's always like, "Where's Pepe? When is Pepe gonna get here?" Blah blah blah. Obviously, we know why. But I heard my nephew, my godson Jose, say this to my other nephew. Say, "Why do you call me Pepe?" and he's
I
like,
love
and
it.
he's like, "Jose is better." And I'm just like, "You guys
Oh,
are so cute. Like you're
that is
just."
very cute.
And then my other nephew, his name is Emiliano. We call him Emmy. Emmy's like, "Oh, okay."
I love it.
Anyways, that
Kids are
was
so cute.
kids are so cute. They're so
Kids,
cute, and
so
it's
cute,
only
so
gonna last for
innocent.
so long, because let me tell you,
Yeah.
uh, they're already have attitudes, and I'm just like, what?
An
What?
attitude?
But you know where they learn it?
I could flick you.
They learn it from the other kids.
Yeah. Yeah. You can try
Mm,
your best, but those other kids' influences are crazy.
yeah.
I went on a what? Yes.
Well, I was just gonna say I never lost my attitude, so
Right. Right.
there might not be hope for all of us.
Glass house and all. I went on a walk with Sophia the other day because we hadn't talked for a minute and we were like chit-chatting and stuff. And I was like, so any cute guys in class? Well, every time I ask her about crushes and stuff, I'm like, are any cute girls? Because, I want her to feel like she can tell me whoever she likes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, I didn't even say that. I said, do we have any crushes on any boys or any girls?
Mm-hmm.
I said crushes because then it came the cute part after we
Mm-hmm.
were talking. And then she's like, no, not really. I was like, no, why's that? I used to get crushes all the time. She had a crush on like 5 boys at one point. I was like, used to get crushes all the time. And she's like, there's no one really worth it in this class.
Mm. Ain't that the truth, Sophia?
I said, you speak your motherfucking mind.
Sophia, come on the pod.
And she
Tell
was like,
us.
she's like, yeah, they're not even really that cute. And they're not tall because she's a tall 9-year-old. And they're not tall. And I said,
Okay.
Up top. We get it, babe. We did high five for that. I
Mm-hmm.
said, up top, we high five.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, but we're walking. She's like, but it's not just about being cute. And I said, what else is it about? And then she's like, they have to be nice to me, and they have to be nice to you, and they have to be nice to grandma. She went through the whole list. And I said, that is very true. Yes. What else should they be? I want them to be funny. Oh, listed all these attributes. I said,
Wow.
I love that for you. Then she goes, then we're walking. She's like, so are you seeing anyone?
Oh,
And
these
I
kids are
was,
so
I
nosy.
know. And I was like, kind of. And she's like, who are you seeing? Oh, I know she's growing up because she's no longer jealous of it. Oh,
Mm.
don't get me into it. I'll start crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, so there's this girl. And she's like, okay. I was like, there's a girl I went on a date with. And she's like, is she your girlfriend? I was like, not girlfriend yet. You know, we're in the before the girl, right before the girlfriend part. You know, you getting to know someone, see if they're worth it. Try a little harder, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, that's great. That's fine. I have a Theo that's gay. I was like, I love that for you.
Who?
Okay. Her mom's brother is gay.
Is he cute?
Well, he has a partner, and
Okay. Okay.
and then she's like, okay, that's great, but so I'm never gonna get a cousin.
Uh,
I said we can still have a baby, and she's like, how? I was like, well, so, and I mean, I explained it to her. I was like, we could do what your mommy's doing. My sister-in-law's a surrogate. Don't ask. It's whatever the fuck. Whatever. I was like, we could do what your mommy's doing, where she like rents her belly to a couple that can't have a baby and then grows it for them, and then they get to take it home. Like we could do that with someone, right? Like rent a belly and give her money to house our baby for a little bit. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, and there's this place where like men can, give the thing that they need to give to have a baby. You need unfortunately, you need some man and you need a woman to have a baby. And she's like, all right, yeah, okay, if we have that. I mean, she didn't say situated, but it really felt like she was like, we got that figured out. Great. You go be with whoever you want to be with, girl. I was like, kids are so funny. It really is like simple.
hmm
So how would this work? You tell them how it works. All right. I see that it works. Great.
Yeah.
No more questions. You answered it.
Ugh, if only life was that easy. My
If only
goodness.
if only our brains stayed that uncomplicated.
hmm
This is a question. What is the answer? I have the answer. Now I know how it works.
Yes. I'm gonna move us on because I have a question for you.
Tell me.
How many dates until you become somebody's significant other, a boyfriend or a girlfriend for you?
I don't think it's in the number of dates.
Okay.
I think it's a feeling.
Okay.
And I don't know, sometimes you get really comfortable really quickly with people.
Uh-huh.
I do think it requires a conversation, right? Because you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hurt each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's like okay, well, after 3 dates we could talk about it, or after 5 dates we could talk about it. I think it's just it depends on the person, and you just go with it until it feels like it's time for a next step. Because
But
right now I feel like,
what if you've been on 10 dates?
and it still doesn't feel like that.
Are you thinking about it?
Probably. If you've been on 10 dates, you're probably starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it comes down to, I think?
Tell me.
Whether you, the person,
Mm-hmm.
is ready to not see anybody else.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
that's really what it is. You're gonna be committed to one person. So do I feel like I don't want to date anymore?
But at a certain point,
Mm-hmm.
you have to, if it's at a certain point, let's say you're on date 12,
Mm-hmm.
15,
Mm-hmm.
are you not like, hmm, we need to do something?
I wouldn't say we need to do something, but I would say let's have a conversation.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Where's our heads at? Like, how are
Mm-hmm.
you feeling? Like, again, even with the same sex, like with the guy, I'm pretty like I'm honed in. I'm like, And I do feel like I navigate like a relationship with a man, like just waiting for them to fuck up, which is unfortunate. But I mean, stop hurting me then, and I won't be like that.
Mm-hmm.
With a woman, I feel like I give it a lot more grace and a lot more patience and a lot more understanding. Um, that's why, we had conversations at the first date, like what are we expecting? What are we really looking
Oh,
for?
that's nice.
Things like that. Like not really like honed in on it, but just like does it make sense to continue to see someone if you're not
Mm-hmm.
aligned? I don't think it would have made sense. So,
Mm-hmm.
we seem to be aligned in what we're looking for the most part. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, but I do think, I mean, yeah, after 10 dates, there has to be some sort of conversation of does exclusivity get into the mix? Are we continuing to just see where it goes? Is someone more invested than the other person? Those are all important
Let
things
me
that you
ask
want to
you,
know.
let me ask you one more question.
Tell me.
How long before you, like, do you fall quickly for someone? Are you the type of person that's like, okay, date number four, I kind of really feel this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling something. Or does it take longer for you?
It again depends on the person. With
Mm.
Gerald,
But
immediate.
but you can fall quickly.
I can.
Uh-huh.
Friend, I've been
Yeah.
nurturing a work crush for how many weeks? Babe, that man is giving me no reason to continue a work crush, and I'm like, I could still be in love with them. You know what I mean? Like I will have feelings. Give
Uh-huh.
me a little. I'm very Libra that way. Give me a little bit of attention, and I could fall for you at any moment. But here's the thing:
Mm.
I'm very good at the. I don't even know how to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
At the idea of it,
Mm.
at the communicating about it, at the
Mm.
getting there.
Mm.
When I'm there, insecurity, trust issues, baggage, it really does. I struggle with it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be better, right? I came to this girl with all honesty, like usually with men, I'm like, whatever happens, happens. I'm a cool girl. I don't even care. You talk to me, talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, don't talk. I really came into our first date being like, I want to be excited with someone. I
Yeah.
want to feel something with a person.
Yeah.
I want that feeling to be mutual,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I'm tired of feeling like I'm feeling more than the other person.
Yeah.
It's not fun for me. It makes me
No.
feel disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like I'm begging for attention. I've
Mm-hmm.
done that twice. I dare I say I'm not going to do it a third time. Oh, don't quote me on that because I could at any moment. But I really do not want to fall into a pattern again of where I feel like I'm begging people for attention.
Yeah.
I want for the first time in my life, and I told her this. I was like, "We're not playing games today.
Yeah.
You get honesty."
Yeah.
And you do with that what you want. And she texted me immediately and said, let's do it again sometime. But I was like, I want someone to be like excited to be around me.
Yeah, of course.
I want to be somebody's first choice.
Yes.
Literally at this point, I want to be anybody's first choice.
Well.
Anyone.
Wow.
I don't want to feel like I'm okay, well, I didn't have anything else planned. Let's hang out kind of thing. I
Yeah.
don't want that. I've had that in friendships. I've had that in relationships. I've had that in so many things. I don't want that. It doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't fulfill me. And it's not a fulfilling relationship.
Yeah.
Because you always know that you weren't the first thing they thought of to make plans or to hang out with or to whatever,
Yeah.
text or anything.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I came with honesty and like here's my heart on the sleeve. I'm not gonna hide it because
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying like I'm gonna go into this dating and I'm not gonna play the games. I'm not gonna play, but I always fall into it. I get the barriers up. I'm like I'm gonna be the cool girl. I'm not gonna show my emotions. Da, da, da. And it's not working out, babes. It's not. So this time I was like, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna try unapologetically being honest and being like, this is what I'm looking for. I would love to feel, even if it's not, we're not gonna fall in love or get married or whatever. Like I would like to do something with intention. I'm showing up for you because I want to show up for you every time we hang out together. Not like, I guess we'll hang out because whatever the fuck.
Intention is the word of the year.
It's all about intention. It's all about
Intention.
intention.
Intent.
Yeah.
I love the word intent.
It's a good,
Intention.
it's a good word.
I love it. Good for you. I think that's
Thank
how you
you.
should live your life in all
Yeah.
aspects of life. And
We'll see.
I hope that you get whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um, just to wrap this up really quickly, somebody commented on our YouTube video, I think on our last episode. I don't know what exactly we were talking about, TBH. However,
Okay.
somebody commented and said, this comes from at droid fruit, whoever you may be. What are Adrian's hookup questions? The fans want to know. Well, droid fruit, I wish I could remember exactly what I was talking about. I do remember I was talking about this man who stopped me on the street who wanted to fuck me, and I was like, "Well, you're
Hmm.
not gonna fuck me." I'm not, but I don't remember the exact what my hookup questions are. Are you asking what do I ask before a hookup or in the middle of a hookup? I'm not really sure. If you'd like to provide some clarity,
Yeah.
where I'm happy to answer.
You guys have to realize we record, episode leaves our brain immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. I don't. Someone listened to our podcast from work and they were like, "Oh, remember when you said no?" I don't. I
Does
don't.
anybody talk about me at work? No. It's okay if they don't.
They don't.
It's okay.
They
It's
don't.
totally fine.
Yeah. I talk a lot about you though.
No, listen, I know you do, but
I do. I talked about you today.
oh, and what did you say?
I can't remember.
Hmm.
But I did. I was like, Adrian, what was
You
it?
have a
I have
water bottle. She
no.
has a water bottle in her
I'm
mouth, by the
sorry.
way.
I don't remember, but I remember saying your name to someone at work today. Like, oh yeah, Adrian does that, or Adrian's done it, or Adrian's been there. I cannot recall what it was about though.
Hmm. I'm probably being nosy.
Yeah. Maybe that sex club you used to go to all the time.
You know what's really funny?
What? What?
I've never been to a sex club before.
Oh, you're missing
Um,
out.
oh, you
No.
have.
No, I haven't. I do know someone that what used to go to swinger parties though.
Yeah. I mean, I know plenty of people who've been to sex clubs. I myself have not been to one.
No. Should we go to it? No. No. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? But maybe we should make a list of where they're at just to know, just to avoid, just to not go in it. What if I accidentally go into one? Because I didn't know it was
Well, I
one.
don't know about this. I don't know for straight people, but like I know for gay men where they are.
Mm,
Anyways,
right.
my hookup
Maybe
questions.
send those to it. Just I don't want to accidentally walk into one. You know what I mean? So I should have a list of where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your hookup what?
My hookup questions.
Mm-hmm.
What are Adrian's hookup questions? Um, I don't know. Do you have a
Okay.
401k?
Do you have a 401k? Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah. Did you shower today?
That
That's
is a
always a great
great one,
question.
especially with men.
Yeah. Well, especially
Yeah.
men nowadays.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's a trend of not wearing deodorant, you know?
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Um, and like sometimes smells can be euphoric. I'm not saying all
Mm-hmm.
smells are bad, but
No.
just I'm just asking, did you shower today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the journey. Never
Do you have any
mind.
weed? That's always a good question.
That's a good one. That's a good question.
Yeah. Do you want to share?
That's probably the most important question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I hope that satisfies Droid Fruit, whoever you may be.
Right. We
Yeah.
love you.
Thank you for asking a question. Please
Yeah.
find us on YouTube. There's
Mm-hmm.
plenty of videos on YouTube that you can watch
There are. Yes.
of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, guess what, Julie?
Mm.
It's time for the pop culture pop up. First up on the pop culture pop up, Justin Bieber is broke.
Oh no.
He owes Scooter Braun $9 million.
Not Scoot Scoot.
Do you know why, Julie?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up. I forgot. He, let me tell you.
Tell me.
TMZ claims that Justin Bieber is broke and owes millions of dollars to his former manager, Scoot Scoot. After the cancellation of the Justice Tour in 2022, Bieber was left with a debt of 24 million to the production company, which had advanced him 40 million dollars. To cover the loss, Braun's Scoot Scoot's company, Hybe, paid off the debt, and Bieber agreed to repay the amount in installments over 10 years, but stopped payments after the first installment. Okay, that's so shady. Sources close to Scoot Scoot said, that's what I'm going to call him because I don't respect the
Mm.
man. Sources close to Scoot Scoot say that Bieber claimed he didn't have the money to pay off the debt while his team re-examined the finance. There's a lot of jumble about like finances were examined, blah blah blah. What it comes down to is blah blah blah. One moment. Hybe hired an independent auditor, PwC, which after 6 months concluded that the singer actually owed around 8 million to the manager. The report was obtained by TMZ, but Bieber's team also conducted its own audit, the results of which have not been released.
Did nobody manage his money correctly? How do you go broke?
I think Justin Bieber has surrounded himself with yes people his entire career.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't think anybody has looked out for Justin Bieber his
Mm,
entire career.
yeah.
I don't think so. And I think we see it and we've seen it be evident with behavior. Everyone said that it was him being a teenager, but look at him now. He's doing worse. No
Yeah.
one's paying attention to it. No one, well, that's not fair. They could be. But I do feel like maybe he not too far gone. That's a rough way to say that, but like things that he's not doing okay.
Yeah. The last time he put out an album was in 2021.
Wow.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's doing too well right now, but also let's get to work.
I mean, yeah, there's been a bunch of reports recently about Justin Bieber. Some people were saying that his family and friends want him to quit smoking weed and
Oh,
dedicate his time to his family. I mean, let us not forget he is a new father.
that's true.
Emphasis on the new
Yeah.
that they still have a baby at home.
Yeah.
And he is on drugs, which is evident.
Mm,
Ballistic behavior everywhere.
hmm.
Um, and Haley, look, I'm not Haley Bieber's biggest fan, but this can't be easy for
Right.
her to
Right.
deal with it. I wouldn't even. uh, How could she even reel him in? I mean, she's a new mom
Yeah.
for one. Yeah, he's really going through it. I saw this post too that he posted. I guess people were making fun of Haley Bieber, and he was her toes, something about her toes, and I don't know. And he got on his Instagram stories to defend her, to stick up for her or whatever. But he was like my something something my bitch.
Oh, wow.
Men need to stop calling their significant others bitches.
Yeah. There needs to be some type of intervention or something.
I would hope that it happens soon.
I still really want to know what happened when Justin, Ariana, I don't, maybe Demi also left Scooter Braun's management company.
I agree.
Something happened.
I don't think we'll ever find out, to be honest.
We'll find out.
Will we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I
People
have
love
faith
to
in that.
talk. People love
They
to
do
talk.
love to
Might take
talk,
a
but I
while, but
feel
we'll
I
we'll
was
find
gonna
we'll find out.
say,
Yeah, we'll find
okay,
out. Justin,
Justin,
pay the debt.
pay the debt. Yeah, that
Come on the
sucks.
pod.
If you really are broke, Justin, that really fucking sucks.
That if he really is truly broke, that it's actually really sad because a I'd be curious to know how his money was managed before he was 18. Because they always screw the kids over, which is so sad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, sucks to
Yeah.
be so famous as such a young kid and have your life ruined.
Yeah.
Ruined.
And at the end of the day, it could also be a thing where like maybe everyone assumed he had more money than he did, but
Sure.
maybe his deals when he was younger weren't that good and he
That's
didn't really
very
make that much
possible.
money.
Usher?
Um, hello.
Yeah. Just, I put in quotes, discovered
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, next up on
Nothing.
the pop culture pop up, and actually finally on the pop culture pop up, um, the time has come.
Yeah.
Blake Lively,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
legal battles, feud. What is happening, Julie?
So much.
Okay, tell
So
us.
much. I can barely keep up. It started with we discovered that Taylor Swift has officially been subpoenaed in the Blake Lively v. Justin Baldoni case. Everyone was like, what's gonna, I really was curious. Is she gonna find a way to get out of this?
Hmm.
I low key for a minute, up until probably yesterday, I was like, Taylor Swift is just like not just as guilty, but there's guilt in here. She probably did use her power for her friend, blah, blah, blah. I was on that train up until yesterday.
Mm.
Yesterday, Justin Baldoni's lawyer releases an affidavit that says something to the effect of, we have obtained, due to a close source to Taylor Swift, text messages where Blake Lively is blackmailing her and saying, I need you to stick up for me. And if you don't, I will release private text messages that you have sent me about specific things. And they said, we in the affidavit, it says something to the effect of, we will not release the name of the source, but if the court, like, I forget the wording of it, but like, if the court so desires, they're basically saying, we're not going to tell, but do you want us to tell? They're like, we are willing to give up the name if you need it to prove. Because Taylor Swift was subpoenaed. Blake Lively then begged the court to not subpoena Taylor Swift. Then this affidavit came to light that said, this is all the shit that Blake Lively's been doing towards her friend to try to
Hmm.
control this narrative. And we have a source close to the situation that is willing to say, yes, these are things that are happening.
Hmm.
Like very real, hey, I think there was the specific example that they gave is after the initial reports of all of this was happening, it was very close to the Super Bowl date. I don't know if you remember, it was a very big deal that Blake Lively was not at the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. Everyone made a big deal about it. Apparently, Blake Lively wanted Taylor Swift to make a statement saying, hey, we're friends. Everything's fine. She wasn't with me because she's busy, blah, 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 but we're great. And that's when she said, I need you to make the statement, or I'm going to have to release private text messages that you've sent me about certain things. So apparently all of this has been happening. I don't know how much you know, but when the initial subpoena news came out, it was discovered. I don't know how people discover when people unfollow people on Instagram. I would love to know who has that job because what are you guys doing? Refreshing every minute? I don't understand. But anyway, that same day was when it came out that apparently Travis Kelce had unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram. So the new narrative is everyone believes Taylor Swift genuinely was blindsided by this entire thing. She was unaware that her name was going to be used to wield power by her friend. And low-key, I kind of believe it. I mean, if the lawyer is going on record and saying, hey, we've seen text messages that state these things and we're willing to turn them in, we're not gonna, but if you want us to, we're gonna do it. It feels like they're telling the truth. I don't know. I don't know how Blake Lively is innocent with all of this evidence against her. And you guys have no idea how much it kills me to say that. It
Hmm.
kills me to say that. That's to have evidence in front of you to say that this woman made up sexual assault allegations, harassment allegations, got an entire crew and cast to turn on a director because she wanted power that she couldn't get a hold of. It pains me to find this to be the actual truth. It kills me. But it's looking like Taylor Swift had no fucking idea what the fuck was going on. And I feel really bad for her because there is a theme in her songs about finding out that friends are using her for her name. This is a thing that has happened repeatedly in her life. And I genuinely think she felt like she had gotten to a point where this no longer was going to be an issue, that she was surrounding herself with people that not only no one is at her level, but that were at her level enough that this was not going to be an issue. We're all at the top. How could you use me to gain more power if we're all at the top? And then they did.
Power is never equally distributed.
No, it's not. It's not.
And sometimes those that get power are always still the most power hungry.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. I don't believe Blake Lively or Ryan Reynolds for 1 second.
Yeah.
And I think that they are power hungry.
I agree.
And I think that they went home and they said, hee hee ha ha.
Yeah.
Look at us, best friends with the biggest pop star in the entire world.
Yeah.
Our daughter is on her fucking album.
Yeah.
Hee hee ha ha.
Yeah. I agree. And I keep going back. You know what? Take all the evidence away.
Mm-hmm.
I keep going back to Ryan Reynolds at SNL making a joke about the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because if your wife was genuinely harassed on the set of a
Yes.
movie,
Yes.
in
Yes.
whose right mind would it fit to get up on a stage and make a joke about that while she's sitting
Absolutely.
next to you?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah,
They
I
are
don't
not
know.
serious people.
Yeah,
They're so delusional that they still think that they can come out on top
they
of this.
do. They do. They do.
Because if they I mean, if any of this was really important to them, they would drop the case at this
Yeah.
point. You know?
Yeah.
Like, let's go home.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go
agree.
home.
Let's go home and let's get active and actually do something to change the industry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not listen, I am not I don't know what the right word is right now, but I'll be on Taylor's team if I need to.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. I mean, she sat there and she left at the joke.
I know.
And she also knew it was going to happen.
She knew it. And she didn't stop it.
I just think they're both insane.
Yeah. It's
She thinks
unfortunate.
life is a real episode of Gossip Girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not even a good actress.
There it is.
And
Yeah.
he's not funny.
There it is. Someone scream it from the rooftops. Yes, he is not that funny.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
like the, I was gonna say something mean. I won't. I'll keep
Okay.
it.
You know
I'll
what?
keep
And I'm
it.
not going to pressure you to say. If you feel
Thank
like you
you.
shouldn't say it, then you probably shouldn't say it.
I won't say it. I
Okay.
won't. Let's move on quickly because then I'll say it.
That's going to do it for us on the Pop Culture Pop Up. We'll be back next week with more Pop Culture Chisme. Actually, I don't think we'll be back next week, right, Julia? Because you're going
You're
on your vacation. We're going to take another week off. We're so sorry.
guys, so
It's
sorry.
busy.
Everything's happening all at once. I would love to be here, but I'm gonna be visiting the Eiffel Tower with Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's also the week of Memorial Day, and when the episodes drop on holidays, people are busy and whatnot. So we'll be
Yeah.
back the first week of June,
Yes.
FYI. Okay.
Yeah.
Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do, and guys, I talk about them so much, but I'm gonna do it again because breaking news, very exciting stuff happening over at the Johnny Swim fan club. Okay, Johnny Swim is back at it again. We know them, we love them. Abner Ramirez, Amanda Sudano. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to do with myself. They have written music for a musical.
Oh, wow.
They have written music for a musical, and the musical is about one day.
Wait, about what?
Do you know the show, the movie,
Oh, yeah,
Anne
yeah, yeah.
Hathaway movie
Oh, okay. Okay.
that then became a Netflix show?
Uh-huh.
Gut wrenching. Two people, span of 20 years, 17 years, I don't remember, a span of a long time. And we are going through their relationship, and it is gut wrenching. I haven't seen the TV show. I hear it's heartbreaking, as obviously. I have seen the Anne Hathaway movie that did break me in half, even though Anne Hathaway had a British accent. I feel like it wasn't necessary because she wasn't really good at it. But I feel like the movie was phenomenal. I will watch the show one day. I just wasn't emotionally prepared for it. Um, Johnny Swim, you are making dreams come true that I didn't even know I had. I didn't even know I needed this. You announced it. I saw it on Instagram and I said, I've never needed anything more. Tickets go on sale June 20th for this performance. That is happening in Scotland. And you know where I'll be June? No, I forgot the dates, but somewhere in 2026, there. We're going
Okay.
to Scotland, baby. Buckle up.
Yeehaw.
Buckle up. June 20th, I will be in front of a computer. I will be purchasing tickets. I
Okay.
will be doing it. I'm so excited.
Your
I
passion for
love,
life inspires me.
I'm just so happy that two phenomenal songwriters have made a decision to expand their artistry into this form of art that I love so much. I love a musical. I love it so much. I know it's going to be great because their songwriting is great, their storytelling is great. I know it's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to listen to it. It just makes me feel like when I listen to, sorry, when I first listened to Sarah Bareilles sing She Used to Be Mine, and I knew that what she was working on was going to be magic. I knew it. I didn't know anything about them. I hadn't even watched Waitress the movie. And I listened to that song and I said, I'm buckled the fuck in.
Yeah.
Johnny Swim, I am buckled the fuck in.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Scotland, here she comes. I love it. Okay, time for some azúcar. I will go first. My azúcar this week is today, May 19th, the day that this episode drops, is a special day. It is the day that my best friend Christian graduates from college. And
Oh my
I
God.
would just like to say that I don't like to say I don't like to say the word well, I don't like to say the word proud because it makes me feel like I'm better than other people. But the fact that this man has been able to go back to school to finish to get his degree while he has a full-time job and got a promotion at the same time and
Wow.
be able to do his job incredibly well is a true testament to not only the person that he is, but the friend that he is, because he did it so well. He did it with grace. He did it. He got incredible grades, by the way. Smarty pants, smarty
Yeah.
pants.
Wow.
And he kicked butt. He's an incredible artist. He draws like no other. Um, and he it wasn't a traditional route, but he went back to school, finished, got his degree, and um, he's just an incredible human being. And I cherish him and I cherish our friendship so much. And I am so happy for him, and he deserves the entire world and everything good that comes to him. And, you know, college is never easy. Going to school is not easy. I am not meant to be in a classroom.
Oh,
It's hard. But he is so smart and he's so good at what he does. And he's just a brilliant soul and kind and funny
well, yes,
and
yes.
just a good person. And so today and all week, I celebrate him and can't wait to go and see him in his little cap and gown. Um, and yes, I love him so much. So, Christian, congratulations. Dun, 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 dun. That was the graduation song.
Wow. Should we sing the Vitamin C graduation song to him right now?
Yes.
I forgot it.
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Beautiful
Christian, we're
singing.
so happy for you. Christian, come on the
Christian,
pod. Tell us about graduating.
come on the pod. We are so proud of you. You're like a
Yes.
little baby. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And obviously, you're of course you're kicking ass at life. Of course you are.
Life isn't easy, but you know what?
No.
Someone is giving it their all. And
Yeah.
Christian, love you, babes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. My azúcar this week is I don't know if I've talked about Judah and the Lion. Have I?
No.
Well, here we go. A couple of days. Okay, there's this album that has been in my favorite, like in my most played playlist for like 2 years. No, that's a lie. A year. Couldn't remember why the songs always pop up and I'm like, why where? I don't even really fully listen to the songs. They always come on the shuffle. I couldn't remember why I put the album in my favorites, and then I never stopped to really listen to it again. The other day I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this album again. Clearly there was a reason why I put it in the album to begin with. I put it on. Guys, I've been listening to it nonstop. I'm obsessed with it. I obsessed. Judy and the Lion. They're a little too religious for me in their interviews. However, this album is called The Process. It's their latest album. Unfortunately, I have discovered this right after their tour was over, so I am obviously devastated. They did do 2 rounds of a tour. Round 3 when? Round 3 when? I would love to see it. I listened to the album. It follows the 5 stages of grief. I believe the lead singer went through a divorce and he deals with that in this album. So it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The music, it's gut wrenching. The pain is there. The stages of grief are very clear, very evident. You know what I say. If you are listening to an album, listen to it in order. And nothing has been more true than in this album. Listen to it in order. It tells a cohesive story. It is phenomenal. The musicality is great. The lyrics are gut-wrenching. The pain is evident, but it makes you like, when you listen to a song that's heartbreaking and you're like, "Oh, I'm not alone. I get that. I get it." So I've been listening to it nonstop. My favorite song of the album, there is one that continually stands out to me, and I've been listening to it nonstop, is Give Me One Moment while I pull it up because I don't know all of the names yet. Is Floating in the Night. Floating in the Night is my favorite song of the album. It is phenomenal. There's something about the a melody that really scratches an itch in my brain.
Mm.
So listen to it. Judah and the Lion, The Process. You guys get it. He got a divorce. This is the process to get through it. It's very emotional. I love it. I love
I
it. Go and listen to it.
I love a divorce.
I love a divorce.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Well, we've made it to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for sticking it through. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Yumi and Chisme. Make sure you visit yumiandchisme.com. Make sure that you rate, review, subscribe, do all the fun things with this podcast. We would love a review wherever you
We
listen
love
to
it.
us. We would love one. And even more importantly, we would love for you to share this podcast with anyone and everyone because sharing is
Mm-hmm.
caring. And if you care about us, then you'll share this. And if you do all of that, we'll be back in 2 weeks after Julie takes her little vacation. Where are you going again? I
New
forgot.
York.
You're going right. You're going to New York to see Denzel and Jake. Oh,
Jake Jill.
can't
Very
wait to see.
excited.
First of all, can't wait to hear about the date. Second date, and we can't wait to hear about New York. So make sure you come back. Um, and yeah, we'll be back with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.